class 8. Today we are going to start with the chapter number 2, that is reproduction in plant. First of all, we are going to see what is reproduction. Now, what is reproduction? Reproduction is the process of producing new organisms of their own kind. This process is very essential for the living beings because this process helps in the perpetuation or the sustenance of a species on the earth. If this process is not there, then after some time the individual cannot survive on the earth. It cannot be present action in case of the plants. Today we are going to study about the plant. So that is the asexual reproduction, vegetative propagation and sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction, 4 types are there: budding, fission, fragmentation and spore formation. Vegetative propagation, 2 types are there: natural, plant can reproduce natural method of vegetative, and artificially also plant can reproduce. By natural methods, by roots, stem and adventitious buds or leaves, or by the stem cutting, by layering, by grafting, by tissue culture. And third is the sexual mode of reproduction. The difference between vegetative propagation, asexual and the sexual method of reproduction: in asexual method, only one individual is required to get the new organisms. And vegetative propagation, a plant can reproduce by the vegetative part. In sexual reproduction, 2 parents are required and the formation of gamete takes place in sexual reproduction. While in vegetative propagation and asexual reproduction, there is no gamete formation takes place. In case of the asexual and vegetative propagation, the individuals are the exact copy of the parents, while sexual reproduction, they vary from the parents. Now, first we are going to study about the asexual reproduction. What is asexual reproduction? Asexual reproduction is the process in which the individual can give rise to new individual by themselves. They can split into one or many individuals. So that is known as asexual reproduction. And here the daughters, they give rise, the individual give rise their clones. They are the exact copy of the parents. 4 types are there: budding, fission, fragmentation and spore formation. We are going to study one by one all these 4 different types of asexual reproduction. First, we are going to study the binary fission. What is binary fission? The process in which a parent cell is split into 2 daughter cells of approximately equal size. In binary fission, one individual, it splits into 2 individuals. That is binary fission. Normally, this binary fission, it takes place in the unicellular animals and plants, or unicellular, or in other words you can say the unicellular organism. Here we are going to study with the help of 2. The paramecium, it increases and then it divides into 2. This individual divides into 2 individuals, you can see, and the furrow formation is there. This furrow divides this paramecium into 2 daughter parameciums, and these 2 daughter paramecium, it develops into 2 adult paramecium. So that is the process of binary fission, known as bacteria. You can see these are the bacteria. You can see these are the bacteria, and here the nuclear material of the bacteria, it increases. You can see the increase in the nuclear material, then furrow formation is there, and this furrow divides the parent bacteria into 2 daughter bacteria. These 2 daughter bacteria are the exact copy of the parent bacteria. Like this bacteria, they divide. You can see green color, small. These are the bacteria. One bacteria divided into 2, 2 into 4, 4 into 8 bacteria. Like this division takes place. This is known as binary fission. Now, second, we are going to study, that is the outgrowth or the bud formation takes place, and that process is known as budding. We are going to study budding with the help of this yeast. You can see parent cell, small bud formation, you can see bud is there, and then third picture, you can see the long chain of new cells are there. So these are the process of budding you can see in the yeast. Now, second example, we are going to have it detach from the parent plant and start developing as a new individual. Now, next is the fragmentation. Fragment, the meaning of fragment is pieces. So an organism, it is splits into fragments or in pieces, and each piece, it develops into mature full grown individual, and that process is known as fragmentation. You can see I am giving the example of, this is the Spirogyra. You can see these are the Spirogyra strands. Lower side green color full strand is there, Spirogyra strand, and it Spirogyra strand, it splits into two Spirogyras, and this both the spiral splitting, they give rise to new individual. So that is the process of fragmentation. So this is the process of fragmentation. You can see a big strand of paramecium, Spirogyra, and this Spirogyra, it splits into two Spirogyras, and these two Spirogyras both give rise to two individuals. Now, fourth type of asexual reproduction is the plant reproduced by the spore formation. Spore, what are the spores? Spores are the tiny, thick walled, resistant, asexual reproductive bodies. They are just like seeds, but they cannot grow under the unfavorable condition. They grow under the favorable condition. When the condition is favorable, they start germinating. So here I am giving you the example, two examples. See, this is the undersurface of the fern leaf, and on this fern leaf, a brown spot you are seeing. These brown spots are the sporangium, and in this sporangium the spores are filled, and when they get mature, they rupture and releases the spores into the air. So that is the sporangium. Having the spore, the fern plant, it reproduced by the spore formation. Now second example is this example of the rhizopus. Rhizopus has a bread mode. They grow on the surface of the bread. So under the moist condition, when you keep the bread and then you see some cottony substance they found on the earth, on the bread. So these breads, these cottony substance, when you observe under the microscope, you will find this filamentous structure, and this filamentous structure is known as rhizopus. And tip of the rhizopus, they get swollen and filled with the small spores, and when they get mature, they rupture and releases the spores into the air. So that is the process of spore formation. Now the vegetative propagation is the method of giving rise new individual from the vegetative part of the plant. All of us know that the plant has three main vegetative parts. These are the root, stem and the leaves. So the plant, if plant is grown by the root, by the stem, by the leaves, then it is known as vegetative propagation. Now these are the example of the plants which grow by the roots. These are the sweet potatoes and dahlia. Here food is stored in the roots. The root become tubers, and these tubers are kept as seed, and when the suitable condition, environmental conditions are there, they give rise to new plant. Now second example is by the stem. Stem, here also these are the underground stems. They store food. So when they get the suitable condition, they start growing. All of us, we have at home these potatoes. Potatoes are having eyes because of the presence of eyes, because eyes are the nodes of the potatoes. So that is why it is known as stem, because it has eyes on them, and eyes are the nodes. And from each eye, a new potato plant can grow. If you cut the potato into the pieces, and each piece contains one eye, and then you will get one new plant from each eyes. So that is the tuber. It is known as potato tuber. Now second example is the onion. Onion, all of us we have at home, and when we cut the longitudinal section of the onion, then we see all these parts. Fleshy leaves are there, that eatable part. The shape of the onion is just like bulb. That is why it is known as onion bulb. Then terminal buds are there, disc is there. Disc are the condensed stem. Here the stem are highly condensed, and there is no internode. You can see this stem is highly condensed, and there is no internodes. Nodes are very close to one another, and you will find from each node the roots are arising. So that is the onion bulb. And if you keep this onion at home also, you find from each onion bulb you can get one plant. So that is the vegetative propagation by condensed stem. The next example is rhizomes. What are the rhizomes? Rhizomes are the underground stem which run parallel to the ground. So not only ginger, bananas are also grown by the rhizomes. So you can see these lines are there. These lines are nodes of the ginger, and these are the nodes of the stem. That is why it is known as stem. So these are the nodes. From each node you can find small buds are arising, and these buds, they give rise to new plant. If you take this piece of the ginger and sow in the soil, then you will get one new plant from each node. So that is the ginger. Now second, third, fourth example is, this is corm. Corms are the example of corms are the colocasia. Colocaceas are the alves which we are using at home, which we are eating, and this is the example of gladulus corms. Gladulus are the flowering plant. So that if you see, the stem is under the ground, and whatever you are seeing above the ground, these are the leaves and the flowers. So flowers are used in bouquets and all, gladula flowers. So these are the underground stem, and you keep it as a seed, and when the favorable condition comes, then they start giving rise to new plant. Now coming to the aerial, these are the underground part of the stem. Now coming to the aerial part, aerial stems. Aerial stems, you can also get new plant from the aerial stem naturally. The plant can grown by the stolon and runners. Stolon and runners, they run parallel to the ground. The runners, they run parallel to the ground, as in case of this, these are the grasses. You can see these are the grasses, and these grass, they run parallel to the ground. So whenever the nodes, when it comes in contact with the soil, they start giving rise to adventitious roots, and like this the plant can propagate itself on the ground. Example, second example is strawberries. Strawberries are there, mint are there. So these are the example of the stolon. You can see the stolon is there, the stem is very weak. When it come in contact with the soil, they start giving rise to roots and attach itself, the plant attach itself on the ground. Like this, it run parallel to the, it run on the ground. And these are the two examples where the plant can grown by the area. These example is the bryophyllum leaf. You can see notches are present, and from each notch you can see the small plants are growing. And these small plants, when they become big, then or they when become heavy, they detach from the leaf and start growing on the soil. So that is the vegetative propagation by leaves. Now with this we come to the end of the today's session. Now here we have seen this two method, asexual and vegetative propagation naturally, how the plant can grown by these methods. Now here I am going to give you the, now children, again I am going to give you the assignment. This is your